Listening is about holding space. It's not about agreeing or disagreeing. It's about creating a space in which the other person can feel heard. That's the only goal, right? Responding doesn't always have to be in the immediate, because sometimes when you're in that listening space, it's highly emotional, and the thing that we want to do is correct the facts. Please don't do that, right? So I'll give you two examples. One is a personal one, one's a professional one. The first one is a friend of mine who works for a Fortune 10, Fortune 50 company, had an issue with an employee. It got escalated up to HR. HR got involved and told them that they needed to sit in a room and talk this out, and HR was going to be in the room with them, right? Fairly normal in a large corporate environment. So my friend, who was the one who was in the leadership position, who was told that she was being a bad leader, called me up and said, "How do I do this meeting?" And I explained that all that the person needs is to feel heard. That is the total goal of this meeting, I know that she's seeing the situation differently. I know that it's not exactly as she said it to be. I know that there's facts that need to be corrected. All true. This space is only for you to let her feel heard. That's it. They went into the meeting, and my friend practiced her listening skills. Go on, tell me more, what else? Go on, tell me more, what else? Until her teammate had nothing else to say. And at the end of that, my friend said, "How do you feel?" And she said, "Thank you. I really appreciate you taking the time to hear me. I really appreciate it." And that should have been the end of the meeting. HR said, "Didn't you have something you wanted to tell her?" And my friend's like, No, I'm good. And HR's like, No, you have to, HR literally was about to break it. But they created this container, and the time for fact correcting can come a couple of days later. Like, to go up to her and be like, "Can I have another meeting with you? I thought about what you said, and can I share with you some of my reactions?" Because now she's in a rational space. So here's what happened to me that proves the case. I went to see a friend of mine's play. She was an actor in the play. It was easily the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. If I could have walked out twice, I would have. But I couldn't. I had to endure the whole mess because my friend was in the play. At the end of the play, I'm waiting in the lobby, and with parents and friends, and waiting for my friend to come out. And she comes out. She's still in costume and makeup. She's still jacked up on adrenaline from being on stage. She knows me to be an honest broker, and she says to me, "What'd you think?" Now is not the time. But I can't lie. So I said, "It was so magical to come and see you do your thing. I've never seen you on stage before. And it was really a thrill for me to come and see you do your thing." True. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you for coming. Crisis averted. 2 days later, I called her up. Adrenaline has gone. Emotions are normal. And I said, "Can I tell you what I thought?" She said, "Sure, of course." And I told her very honestly I thought the directing was weak, I thought the script was weak, and she was like, "Yeah," and we had a rational conversation about it. And so I think one of the things we forget in listening and responding is we think it all has to be at the same time. It doesn't. The first part is the emotional part. We don't teach that listening skill to create a space in which someone can empty their bucket and feel heard. And then if there's any facts that need to be corrected or conversation needs to happen, it can happen a day or two later when somebody feels good, and we can actually have a rational conversation. Because very often we mix the two, and they're oil and water. So I think we need to teach the skills. I mean, these are all skills. I did not have them in the past, and I'm still working on them now, but I'm better than I used to be because I learned the skills. They're practicable, learnable, teachable skills.